The full stop at the end of I Care a Lot suggests there is nothing more to say on the topic. One can almost hear Rosamund Pike as Marla Grayson ferociously using the full stop to quell any timid questions from weak-minded people. We first meet Marla in a blood-red dress with a sleek helmet of blonde hair, gently yet firmly showing a worried Fellstrom the error of his ways. Fellstrom is upset with his not allowed to meet his mother in the retirement home selected by Marla, the legally appointed guardian. In court, Marla explains that she only stepped in to save Fellstrom's mother from herself and she sold some of his mother's assets to ensure the best care for her. As the movie progresses, we realize Marla and her girlfriend Fran have a sweet scam going on. When Dr. Amos tips them off about elderly rich patients, Marla swoops in and gets herself appointed as their legal guardian. She puts them in a retirement facility, cuts off their contact with the outside world, and sells off their assets and pockets the money. Everyone is on the scheme, from the doctor to the director of the retirement facility. Judge Lomax doesn't seem to be corrupt, but his sin seems to be that of being very easily swayed because Marla can be very convincing. I am not going to waste a movie by telling the whole story. No, we don't do that here. The savage, dark thriller tears along at breakneck speed with double and triple crosses galore. Rosamund and Dinklage are well-matched adversaries. The scam sounds eminently doable and is a sharp comment on consumerism and greed. The ending is just a little bit of shock, but soon you will realize that it was the equal and opposite reaction. The film starts getting a little shaky in its third act as it tries to escalate the conflict and both monsters start to lose the control that defines their power. But this movie is frequently able to coast on its cool, calm, and nasty presence. It's so far away from anything polite and decent that you can revel in its outsized circumstances, even if those circumstances don't always make a whole lot of sense. You certainly have to be in the right headspace for I Care a Lot. I totally sympathize with anyone who doesn't have much of an appetite for watching horrible people fight with the knowledge that at least one of them has to come out on top when the movie begins by saying that decency and kindness are for gullible, poor people. But sometimes we don't have an appetite for what's nice, and sometimes the best way to look at the awfulness of the world is through a stylized, satiric lens. That's what Blakeson gives us with I Care a Lot, and while you might be queasy afterwards, you will still be grateful for the splash of cold water. This time, I have rated this movie a 9 out of 10, but believe me, my neighbors told me it's a 10. So, do tell me in the comments what is your rating. Be safe, people. See you around.